Hello students, today we are going to learn one new chapter, Children at Work. Let me play you a video. Please watch it.
The small, practiced hands of a 6-year-old. Shamil is breaking rocks at an Indian mine so that the Western world can sparkle. He and his fellow workers are mining mica. Among other things, this crystalline rock is used to make pearlescent paint for luxury cars. It is also what gives cosmetics the shimmer that's so in vogue these days. The largest mica deposits in the world are here in the Koderma district of Jharkhand province. And yet, according to the locals, all the mining in this area is illegal. The miners have no protection whatsoever. Everybody was reluctant to have us record these pictures. Soon after filming these women and more children at work, the supervisors at this mine chased us away. The dirt-poor workers were wary too. Exploited though they are, they feel they have no choice but to tolerate their circumstances. The beauty business has fallen in love with mica, in part because it's a natural product and its extraction is supposedly environmentally friendly. The problem is it's anything but people friendly. Indeed, mica's extraction is downright dangerous. Deep into the earth they dig. All that glitters down here may as well be gold, for getting their hands on it is the only livelihood available. Chipping away without any shoring up means cave-ins are commonplace. A recent study concluded that on average 5 children die in these mines every month. The number of adults killed is greater, but there's no record of it. 9 out of 10 fatalities are never reported because of the unwelcome attention they might bring.
We have asked the government time and again to give us licenses to mine mica, which is the only means of support for everyone here. But government has done nothing.
We've seen young children working in the mines. That's illegal in India.
No, kids don't go to mines. The parents work at the mines and the kids go to school. Not a single child works at the mines.
Denial like that ensures this mica production continues unchecked and unregulated. Tons of it are coming out of the mines every day. The mica goes through many hands and markups in value as it makes its way from here to the port of Kolkata to be shipped to all over the world.
England hai, Japan hai, America hai, sab to jaayega.
England, Japan, America, it goes far and wide, but I don't know what they use it for, said this middleman. Nobody asks too many questions about this hidden industry. Many of the mines are deep in the forest. If you follow trails of sparkling mica, you can find them. But by and large, they remain out of sight and out of mind. Illegal, dangerous, and anything but child-friendly. For the world's make-up business, it's hardly a pretty picture. John Irvine, News at 10, Jharkhand Province, India.
Hope you students have understood the difficulty, isn't it? Now let's begin our lesson. Children at work. This is our chapter. You should be a bit strong while you read this lesson, okay? Velo, an 11-year-old boy, runs away from home. He wanders around for hours before getting on a train to Chennai without a ticket. Tired and hungry, he doesn't know where to go when a stranger at the station. Which station? Railway station? Shouts a word of welcome. When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. When he finally stood on the platform, his legs felt wobbly, unsteady, as if he was still on a moving train. Oi, out of the way, a porter went by with a loaded trolley. Velu jumped aside. He sat on a bench on the platform, putting a small bundle down. In all his 11 years, he had never seen so many people, except once a year at the fair in his village. People walked by, bumping into him with their suitcases. A voice announced something on a loudspeaker. Near him, a group of people sat on with their luggage, looking at the TV hanging from the roof. The noise was terrible. Velu put his head down on his knees, feeling miserable and exhausted. He had run away from his village 2 days ago. For 2 days, he had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. In his bundle, he carried a shirt, a towel, and a comb. He had walked for most of the first day to Kannur and then got on the train to Chennai. Velu had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector didn't come to the unreserved compartment. He had tried to sleep on the floor near the door. A group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night. Can you see this? The imaginary picture of Velu, and he is having a small bundle, and you can see a little girl. Let us see what's going to happen next. What? New to town, called out a rough voice. Velu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking at him. Here! Hi! He turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age, that is approximately 11 years, wearing a long banyan that came down to her knees. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on one shoulder. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. Why is she calling me? Thought Velu. And why is a girl wearing a banyan? No need to stare stupidly. What's your name? Velu muttered. Velu looking away. So, Mr. Velu, said the girl, looking at his bundle, run away from home? Velu didn't answer. He didn't want to tell some strange girl what he had done. He had run away because he couldn't stand his father beating him for one more day. His father would snatch away all the money Velu and his sisters earned and spend it on drink. Don't think I don't know. This place is full of children like you. So what are you going to do here? Become rich? She sat down next to him. Velu shifted away slightly. He felt hunger pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace. Hungry? Asked the girl. You won't get food by sitting here gloomily making faces. I can find some if you want. She picked up her sack and started to walk away. Velu stayed on the bench. What should he do? Should he follow this girl? Where was she going to take him? She was disappearing into the crowd. So he had to make up his mind quickly. Alright, he decided. Anyway, I have no idea where to go. He jumped up and ran after her. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was. So here is the comprehension check. You can read the questions and you can think about the answers. Anyway, at the end of the session, I have given the answers. Now let's come back to the lesson. Velu follows his friend through the crowded streets to a big building. Who's that friend? The strange girl. Behind the building, there is a big garbage bin. Velu wonders why they are there at all. He caught up with the girl as she was leaving the station. When they got to the road, Velu found that the vehicles kept coming and never stopped for anyone. Smoke and dust flew at him from all sides, making his head spin. They had to wait for a long time before they could find a gap to run through. Velu kept hesitating, and the girl finally dragged him to the other side. What do you think you are doing? Grazing cows? If you stand around in the middle of the road like that, you will be chutney. It is an informal language. Like once you are trying to save others, the words may not be in the formal way. Like the same way, this girl also used the word chutney. It is like literally he may smash into the road by the vehicles or somebody may push him, isn't it? That's why. Velu's heart was still beating fast. He looked back at Central Station and the traffic speeding by. How had they managed to come through that? They walked along the side of the road under some... See? Can you see the picture? This is why the girl told the word chutney and all to just make Velu go out. Some huge signboards. Velu looked up at the pictures. Bunions, car tires, pens, a woman holding a box. The writing was all in English, so he didn't know what it meant. The girl turned onto a wide bridge and walked up. Velu stopped and peeped over the railing. Under him, the road ran into the city. In the distance, he could see huge buildings and towers and more roads. See that big building with a wall around it? If you are not careful, you will soon be counting bars there. Here in this sentence, counting bars, it's literally mean that you will be in the jail. The girl grinned and pointed at a huge building. Velu squinted and read the Tamil sign, Central Jail. Why? I haven't done anything wrong. You don't have to do anything. Just don't get caught. That's all. What does she mean? Velu wondered. Meanwhile, the girl was already heading down the bridge with the sack on her shoulder. What was in it? He had seen her putting plastic cups into it and at the station. What are you carrying in that bag? Things, bottles, paper. Velu wondered what she was doing with them. But he felt shy to ask any more questions. It was still morning, but the sun blasted down on the tar, and Velu's bare feet burned. It was not like walking on a mud road. He was soaked with sweat. He tried hard to walk in the shade and keep up with the girl at the same time. She walked really fast. How far away was the food? After almost an hour of walking, they stopped in front of a big building. Sri Rajarajeshwari Prasanna Kalyana Mandapam. Read below slowly. A sign with letters made of flowers said, Groom J.V. Vinayagan, Bride Rani. Velu stared at the big cars parked outside. One of the cars had a flower garland and roses taped onto it. The girl looked around, pulled one out quietly and stuck it in her hair. Come on, she said. Are we going to eat here? Asked Velu, looking at the huge hole and the people inside. Hopes, said the girl, shaking her thumb under his nose. She led him behind the hall. There was a big garbage bin overflowing with rubbish. 2 goats were standing on the pile fighting for a banana leaf. A cloud of flies buzzed around their legs. There was a rotten smell in the air. The girl picked up a squashy banana and held it out to Velu. Here is your food. Velu was shocked. Are we going to eat their leftovers? Chee! What do you think I am? A dog? I only take untouched food. Here, some more. Catch! She threw him a vada. Velu looked at it with distaste. Can you see? Oh, what a pity scene, isn't it? Come on, hero. Eat it. You think I like it? I told you I will find you something to eat. Don't think I have money to buy food for you. You did better eat what you get until you have your own money. Velu hesitated, but his stomach squeezed him again. He gulped down the banana and vada. His stomach felt better immediately. He could have eaten at least 10 times more, but the girl could find only one more banana, which she ate herself. It's too early. They have only eaten tiffin. If you're still hungry, you will have to wait for them to finish lunch. You can wait if you want. I have to work. I'm going. She picked up a couple of bottles from the heap and threw it into her sack. Then she walked off. Velu panicked. He realized that if the girl left him, he had no idea where he was and what to do. It was better to stick to her. She seemed to know her way around. She ran after her again. Who ran after? Velu ran after that girl again. Hey, he called. He did not even know the girl's name. Hey, what's your name? He asked, hurrying behind her. She stopped and turned around. Oh, so you have been following me around without even knowing my name. Jaya, I am not following you. What then? Who got you food? Can I come with you? Where are you going? Come if you want. This bag is full. I have to go home to get another one. Here comes our comprehension check. You can read the questions and think of the answer. Velu stayed. This was a canal. Near some puddles of water was a row of the strangest huts he had ever seen. They were built out of all sorts of things: metal sheets, tires, bricks, wood and plastic. They stood crookedly and looked as if they would fall at any moment. Can you see the picture? What it is made up of? Just think. Is this where you live? These houses are strange, said Velu. In our village, the houses are made of mud and palm leaves. Jaya went around to one of the huts and dumped her sack outside. Then she picked up an empty one. Let's go. She turned to Velu and gave him a shoe. At least help me now. Here, wear this and come with me. She threw him a pair of old shoes without laces and pushed a sack and a stick into his hands. Velu was confused. What work did she want him to do with these things? The only work he had ever done was on the landowner's farm, weeding and taking cows out to graze. Are there any farms in the city? He asked Jaya. Who asked? Velu asked. She laughed and thumped her stick on the ground. Farms? There are no farmers here. We are rag pickers. Rag pickers? See my sack full of things we collected. Collected from where? Asked Velu. From rubbish bins. Where else? You collect rubbish? Velu had never heard of such a thing. Yay, blockhead. It's not any rubbish, only paper, plastic, glass, such things. We sell it to Jam Bazaar Jaggu. Velu was puzzled. He had heard of people throwing away rubbish, but why would anyone want to buy rubbish? Who's Jam Bazaar Jaggu? Why is he buying all this? You think he buys it for show? He sells it into your factory. Come on, I don't have time to waste like you. Velu did not move. He hadn't run away and come to his new place to dig through garbage bins. Jaya poked at him with her stick. Look here, she shouted. If someone gets there before us, we don't get anything. Don't just stand there posing. Big hero, I am trying to help you. Who filled your stomach today? Velu scratched his head and sighed. I will do it for now, he thought, until I find a better job. See, in this story, what you understand, whose fault is this? Is that the girl's fault, or it is Velu's fault, or it is the fault of our society? Think. In the meantime, we will go to the next slide. See, here is the comic version of the same story. When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. His legs were wobbly, that is it shaking. Oh, out of the way. See, one porter is shouting at him. all his 11 years, he had never seen so many people. He had run away from his village 2 days ago and had eaten nothing but peanuts with little jaggery. He had walked for most of the first day to Kannur. And then he got on the train to Chennai. A group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night. Hey, what? New to town, eh? Velu opened his eyes, but nobody was looking at him. Here, hey. Why is she calling me? And why is a girl wearing a banyan? No need to stare stupidly. What's your name? Run away from home? He didn't want to tell some strange girl that he had run away because he couldn't stand his father beating him for one more day. This place is full of children like you. Hungry? You won't get food by sitting here glumly, making faces. I can find some if you want. She picked up her sack and started to walk away. What should I do? Where is she going to take me? He jumped up and ran after her. When they got to the road, smoke and dust flew at him from all sides, making his head spin. Velu kept hesitating and the girl finally dragged him to the other side. What do you think you are doing, grazing cows? Why is the girl wearing a banyan? Still the confusion is going on. Velu couldn't reply to her because he was staring at a huge hoarding. They turned onto a bridge and stopped to peep over the traffic and buildings. If you're not careful, you will soon be counting bars there. Jay, why? I haven't done anything wrong. You don't have to do anything. Just don't get caught. That's all. Velu wondered, what does she mean? What are you carrying in that bag? Things, bottles, papers, plastic cups. How far away is the food? Here is your food. Come on, hero, eat it. You think I like it? I told you I will find you something to eat. Don't think I have money to buy food for you. You did better eat what you get until you have your own money. Are we going to eat leftovers? Velu hesitated, but his stomach squeezed him again. If you are still hungry, you will have to wait for them to finish lunch. I have to work. I am going. Hey, what's your name? Jaya. Can I come with you? Come if you want. This bag is full. I have to go home to get another. Velu panicked but thought it was better to stick to her. She seemed to know her way around. We are in Triplicane now. See, that's Bakinang Canal. Is this where you live? These houses are strange. Velu started. This was a canal near some puddles of water. Was a row of the strangest huts he had ever seen. They were built out of all sorts of things: metal sheets, tires, bricks, wood and plastic. They stood crookedly and looked ready to fall. Jaya pushed a sack and stick into his hand. At least help me now. Here, take this and come with me. Velu was puzzled. He had heard of people throwing away rubbish. Whose jump is that, Jagu? Why? Why is buying all this? He sells it to a factory. Come on, I don't have time to waste like you. Jaya poked at him. Look here. If someone gets there before us, we don't get anything. Don't just stand there posing big hero. I will do it for now until I find a better job. I think I have recapped this thing. Only one comic strip I didn't read for you. That is the right side one. Okay. Now let's do some exercise now. Velu stood on the platform, but he felt as if he was still moving on a train. Velu travelled on the train in an unreserved compartment. He tried to sleep near the door, but few people near him played cards and shouted whole night. As a result, Velu was not able to sleep. So when he got off the train, he still felt like he is on a moving train. What made Velu feel miserable? Velu had run out from home for the first time. Once he arrived at the platform, everything was new for him, and there was no one to look after him. He saw a large number of people running with their suitcases. There was a loud noise from the announcement of the train. He was also hungry as he had only a few peanuts and jaggery for 2 days. All these made feel miserable. Velu travelled without a ticket. Why? Velu had run away from home due to his drunkard father. He had no money to buy tickets, so Velu travelled without a ticket. How did he escape the ticket collector's attention? Velu travelled. Velu travelled from Kannur to Chennai in the unreserved compartment. Luckily, the ticket collector did not come, so he escaped from the ticket collector's attention. Can Velu read Tamil and English? How do you know? Velu knew Tamil but not English. Velu was not able to read on the big boardings as they were written in English. Here the boarding word means the big advertisement board which you can see while you're coming in the main cities, isn't it? But he was able to reach Central Jail, which was written on a signboard of a big building in Tamil. This incident shows that Velu knew Tamil but not the English. If you are not careful, you will soon be counting bars there, the girl said. What is she referring to? She was referring to the jail. What does she mean when she says if you are not careful? Police are not friendly with people in dirty clothes and without a home. They think that such people are not of good nature and can even steal other people's belongings. So, if they see such a person, they interrogate them and might also arrest them. The strange girl was cautioning Velu so that he does not come in front of the police. Where did the girl lead Velu to? The girl took Velu to a marriage hall named Sri Rajarajeshwari Prasanna Kalyana Mandapam so that they can get the leftover food. What did they get to eat? They got 2 bananas and a vada. Velu ate 1 banana and a vada while Jaya took 1 banana. What work did she do? Think of a one-word answer. Rag picker. A person who collects used bottles and plastic bags. What material are the strange huts made out of? The hut was made with some malfunctioned and defective materials like metal sheet, wooden pieces, bricks and plastics. Why does Velu find him strange? Velu was accustomed, that is familiar with houses made of mud walls and palm trees. In the slum things were different. What sort of things did Jaya and children like her collect, and what did they do with those things? Jaya used to collect bottles, plastics, papers and things thrown by passengers. She used to sell it to a scrapper shop. Scrapper sends it to factories. In the factories, machines recycles them into a new product. Is Velu happy or unhappy to find work? Give a reason for your answer. The job of a rag picker is a dirty job. A rag picker collects paper, plastics, etc. from garbage and sells it to a scraper. The job is a tedious one and earning is also low. Velu was an ambitious boy. He had run away from home for his betterment. So he was unhappy with the job and decided to quit once he get another job. Now I'm going to play one video. Please watch it.
Ben İbrahim Barut. Annem, babam, 10 kardeşimle beraber 5 ay önce Urfa'dan geldik.
See, the language will be different because this is the documentary film. I think it's from Turkey. Okay, but the explanation part is given down and the scrolling. You can read it.
Her yıl gelir 5-6 ay kalırız. Urfa'da iş yok. O yüzden buraya gelir tarlada çalışırız. Ben bu işi 3 yıldır yapıyorum. Dedem de yapıyormuş, babam da yapıyor, kardeşlerim de yapıyor. Bildiğim herkes yıllardır bu işi yapıyor. Burası çok sıkıcı, her günüm aynı oluyor. Sabah kalkıp tarlaya gidiyorum, akşama kadar çalışıyorum. Eğer çalışmak zorunda olmasaydım okula daha çok giderdim. Daha çok ders çalışırdım, büyüyünce de öğretmen olurdum. Urfa'dayken kardeşlerimi etrafıma toplar, onlara ders çalıştırırdım. Burada da eğer tarlaya gitmesem çocuklara okuma yazma öğretiyorum. Buralarda çadırlarda yaşayan binlerce çocuk var. Son yıllarda Suriyeliler de geldi. Suriyeli çok arkadaşım var. Onlara da Türkçe öğretmeye çalışıyorum ama çok zor oluyor. İnşallah büyüyünce öğretmen olurum. Ama tarlada çalıştığım için derslerimden geri kalıyorum. Keşke vakit kalsa da okula gitsem. Öğretmen olsam, kardeşim Merve hemşire olsa, Ali doktor olsa, Mehmet pilot olsa, yani herkes istediğini olsa.
Almost 400,000 Turkish children work in seasonal agriculture. This represents 45% of all child workers in Turkey. Many of these children never finish school and grow up in harsh living conditions. We don't know the exact number of Syrian child workers, but we do know that they also suffer from similar deprivations. We as UNICEF work with governmental organizations and NGOs to eliminate the risk of becoming a child worker. We also provide socioeconomic, psychosocial, and educational support to children to reduce the negative effects of child labor. Since 2015, we have reached thousands of children across Turkey. We would like to reach more.
Hope you have understood this video, though it is in another language. The scrolling was in English. Okay, this is the reality of the world. So education is every right for every child who was born, isn't it? Here is your homework task. You can pick any one of the topic and write an essay or a short of your view on child labor, how to prevent child labor. Child labor is a crime. And please submit it to me. Thank you. Bye bye. See you.